Hello Leo, and welcome to your Tarotscopes for the time of July 2017. Now, of course, we'll be covering your home and your family, your career goals and aspirations. We'll be looking at your finance, health and well-being, and your relationship dynamics. So here we go. The first thing that you have around in connection with the home and the family is the Six of Wands in reverse. Now, what this is technically telling you is that there's going to be quite a few imbalances around the home and the family areas, and you may need to take a little bit of extra care with any decisions, signatures, or outcomes which you thought were already in the bag. This could be some unexpected news, unexpected accounts, changes happening within your home environment, and you may need to be able to go back and reassess what you can do to rectify situations. Now, because the Six of Wands is in reverse, it talks about that you may be finding it's a no-win situation. No matter what you're doing at the moment, you cannot see a way through, but I feel a little bit more patience and perseverance, and situations may turn to be a lot more beneficial by the end of the month. In connection with your career goals and aspirations, now you've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. This says unfinished business. So this is about auditing, reassessing where you have been, making sure that you're finishing off work. If you've been relying on others, this is about checking up, backing up, or going through those processes. You may even find that during this period of time that you are feeling a little bit like you're out of sorts, left out of the loop, or something very similar. Don't give in to that frustration. Do the best you can for what you need to do, achieve what you need to do, and then just allow the rest to fall into place. I just really don't want to see you sitting there in a position where someone's blaming you because you haven't completed something when you've been relying on them to get it done in the first place. So this is about double checking facts and figures, making sure everything that you need or want is in order, or definitely you're overseeing everything. Do not trust it to someone else to deliver, because I just kind of feel like it could backfire. Now, for those that are looking for work, of course, our big thing is about making sure that you pick up where you have left off. So if you've been working through an agency, sending out resumes, so forth, just double check if you've got a yes or a no or an acknowledgement. By doing this, you could actually find that maybe there has been something that's been left to go a little bit haywire, and this month enables you to kind of pick up that opportunity once again and just to touch base. And sometimes that's a very polite thing to do, especially when we don't hear from companies. Now, look, once again, the key word is don't rely on others to do the work that you need to do yourself. So if you need to spruce your resume up, if you need to apply for something, if you need to make sure that you've followed through by giving the right documentations and so forth, this month is telling you it's up to you. Do not take it on the chin that it's going to be someone else's doing. It is actually your choice whether or not you decide whether you're going to follow through or not. And I just feel, because of the poor workmanship card here, it could be left that somebody has dropped the ball along the way. In connection with your finances, okay, so you've got the Two of Cups sitting here. This is all about partnerships, communication, connections, liaisons, everything else to do with this. But what you're going to be finding is also that it's a very positive time. So this shows you anything that you've had in place, such around about the time of the month of June, you may be finding July delivers on those results. This is perfect for those that are entering into agreements, but just make sure you check those other areas first, okay? To do with the career or to do with the home. And also you may be finding that you're feeling a little bit more comfortable. Now, there may be just some really great news that'll come through in connection with your financial areas, which means that, maybe an investment's reached maturity. Maybe you're feeling quite confident or comfortable. Maybe this is about talking to somebody in a position that's able to help you further understand the best steps for you. In connection with your health and your well-being, now, as you know, I'm not a doctor, so you will need to make sure that you follow all your own medical treatments and advice. I'm only here telling you what I feel is a guideline around the month. Okay, now look, we've got the Five of Cups sitting here. This is often a past issue or a past concern that's popping back up to the surface. But what I do get here is that you may be finding that there is quite a bit of emotional drama sitting around this trauma. What I do feel that possibly it could be that you have, had a fear or a phobia. Some people don't like going to the doctor or don't like going to the dentist or don't want to see the specialist or don't want to make any changes. And this could be bringing up areas that are causing what we call psychosomatic symptoms. So you might be finding yourself fatigued, out of sorts, not sleeping, losing appetite, all of these things, okay? But they're not necessarily a health concern. It's more the fear of. It's a psychological concern, which can bring out the symptoms in itself. This is a chance for you to really nip this in the bud. If you have been going through, a bit of grief with your health and well-being, it's a chance to talk to someone or find someone who can help you through. And I really do feel keep those lines of communication open. And like I said, I feel that there's a very strong link to the past sitting here. In connection with your relationship areas, look, you've got the Devil reversed. This often talks about the fact that you have been through quite a bit of transitions over the last few months. And maybe this is a chance for you to find your individuality, okay, or to step back from situations and to be able to be detached long enough to find workable solutions. I'm not saying you're going through a relationship, issue or something similar to that, but I do feel that there has been too much focus on being obligated to others or having other obligations and not being able to focus on what you need. And I think the Spirit's up there at the moment saying, hey, it's time for you to focus on you. Pull yourself back a little bit. Let's see, where do you need to be? What makes you happy? What makes you feel complete? And by doing this, you start to self-empower, and that's going to be more prevalent or more beneficial to your relationship when you feel comfortable within yourself. Now, for some, look, you may be selling off on a property. You might be deciding, it's an empty nest syndrome, or the kids have left home. You may be just be finding it's time to do things, your own, hobbies and stuff like this. Well, if that's the case, then perfect. But like I said, it's about identifying what makes you happy and what makes you totally content. Now, for those that are single and looking, it's not all about the sex. That's what the Devil is. It's not all about the sex and the other stuff and all the rest. It's about being able to be your own self and look at somebody and say, hey, I just might want a friendship there, or I just might want to have a social connection there. I'm not looking for anything hard and heavy at the moment. It's not saying if you haven't been, single for some time that you don't want to, like a permanent or a strong relationship. It just means at the moment your focus is more on the fact that you don't want to be tied down. There are other things that you feel that you need to be doing right now, and because of this, I just feel Spirit is kind of encouraging you to take that step back and not feel overly obligated. Well, I thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed your Tarotscopes for the time of July, and I wish you all the best for the rest of the month.